I don't care who voted for him. What I care about is that our government did not put that man in jail. He should be in jail, full stop. And if he was a black man, he would be in jail. The narratives and what we talk about are distractions. I don't care how many black people voted for him, how many black men voted for him. He should have been in jail to begin with. That's my story. But that's what I'm focused on.
So politics runs through, arguably, almost everything that Billy Porter does, from Pose on TV, Kinky Boots on Broadway, Cabaret here in the West End, and now a new play called This Bitter Earth, looking at tensions which emerge in activism.
In the micro, we see this couple, this interracial couple, have these uncomfortable conversations that can sometimes be really tense and can sometimes be really, really complicated. And we see their love grow as a result of it. And if we can do that in the micro, the reverberation of what we learn in that can become positive in the macro. And that's what art does. Art has the power to heal. That's why I'm an artist.
How is it then that, given that the Democrats, capital D, had all of the activists, all of the artists, and yet Donald Trump won the election?
The Democrats, you know, they say it all the time. America, we're better than this. We're better than this. America is not now, nor have we ever been, better than this. We've never been. We've tried. We've had a lot of successes. As a black man, I have lived a life where I know that America is not better than anything or anybody or any other country or nothing. It's not, you know, and the unfortunate part of living inside of what I call a blind faith and a blind hope is that we're not telling ourselves the truth. And so therefore we can be blindsided when someone like Trump comes along, because we haven't told ourselves the truth. We haven't led with the truth.
Is it a misunderstanding of what America's about? Because when when you've got the number of young black men who voted for Trump last time,
it wasn't that many.
But if you look at the stats, 3 in 10 black men under the age of 45 went for Trump. That's roughly double the number in 2020.
Okay, but that's not the story. That's not the story that we need to be focused on. We need to be focused, I feel, on the fact that he's not in jail. I don't care who voted for him. What I care about is that our government did not put that man in jail. He should be in jail, full stop. And if he was a black man, he would be in jail. The narratives and what we talk about are distractions. I don't care how many black people voted for him, how many black men voted for him. He should have been in jail to begin with. That's my story. But that's what I'm focused on.
But what does it tell you about America that everyone saw those court cases?
We're not better. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I just said. America is not now, nor have we ever been, better than this. That's what it says. That's what it says to me. It's a racist country. It is about race. It's always been about race. And when black people would say that in the past, we were shamed for playing the race card. It is about race. That's all it's about. It is about sexism. It is about sexism. It is about race. You know, that's the bottom line. That's just the start, but that's the bottom line.
How do you feel then about, I don't know what you would call them, are they false dawns? You know, Barack Obama becoming president.
Yeah.
The big social, and we saw it, individuals, but also businesses after Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. Moments
where people thought, this has changed. America has changed.
Yeah. We've had moments and flashes of progress. There's always a backlash to the progress. That's historic. And we are seeing in real time the backlash of a black man rising to the highest position in the world. That was never supposed to happen. The systems are in place The systemic inequality is in place to make sure that that would never happen, and it did. And now the backlash is that will never happen again.
You've just been on stage in the West End in Cabaret, which obviously
Yes.
chronicles the rise of Nazism in Germany.
Yeah.
It's clearly a political play. When you're on stage doing a show like that, do you think about what's happening in the world now?
That's the reason why I did it. I want my resistance to be through my art. I want my activism. It is
But
through my
that's
art.
not enough. There isn't enough.
We can only do. I'm only one person.
But you could stand for office.
I cannot. And it's interesting that you say that, because for the last 10 years I've been on the front lines for Clinton, for Biden, and for Harris. And every time I show up, somebody says you should run for office. And this last time, seeing what happened, that's not the place for me. I have more resonance in this position as an artist. That's what this last election taught me, actually. That's actually not where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be over here, and like I said, inside of the micro, hopefully the reverberation from this can start to build a different kind of conversation in the macro.
We talked about moments in time and false dawns. Lots of our viewers will know you from Pose, was on BT2 in the UK.
Yes.
And that felt like a big moment. It was chronicling the LGBTQ underground ballroom scene. And again, that was for that sort of show to be a big hit, people thought there was a big breakthrough moment. But now we're seeing the war on woke in the US. We're seeing the Supreme Court rulings in the UK.
It's always a push and pull. It's always that. But the fact that it happened at all, and happened in the television space, we changed the world. And all you got to do is go find it. You know what I mean?
Billy Porter, thank you so much for joining us on Newsnight.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.